This man has no control inside his box. He doesn't even have the back wall to be able to edit through. Noah Riley putting down the pressure for ZR in kind of steep waters. There's a pool below him. If one of those floors goes down, he could drown. And Noah Riley's really putting on the pressure from all different sides. Finally almost getting it, but now it's hard walls right next to him. What a nice ramp to block that left shot. Everyone here is literally having spider sense reactions to every shot and wall changing in front of him. And Noah Riley, he's a little bit faster than ForzR, it looks like right now. No player landed a shot yet. He's on the front wall, getting him trapped. Has to hit the right edit. 62 damage. Noah Riley. Boom, another one. ForzR now a little bit halfway on HP. He takes a big shot, throwing us down to 4 HP.
That gray pump put some big critical damage on Noah Riley, and he has no point to retreat. ForzR needed that shot, Shio, just to give him a moment to breathe, to starve off that big push from Noah Riley. What a great response, and now we have another stalemate. And these are the dangers of these kind of engagements. The longer they get drawn out, the better. I mean, Noah Riley is one of the ones in the entire EU region who has the ability to close out these one-on-one engagements fast. And right now, ForzR is putting up a fight.
Yeah, those one-on-one engagements happen in those team modes where you can isolate people, use that big pressure, control the whole fight. But I'm just looking at some friction right now, not actually complete closure. And Noah Riley will try to get a few things done. A third party possibly coming in from the right side as well. Maybe Nate wants to take a bite out of this fight. But you got to remember, zone's not here. In solos, every single shot can kind of change your trajectory, kind of pinball you around the map as you're trying to move. You got to be careful and not only be aware of the fights you're taking, but how much time they take and then where you have to move. So we'll see some big disengagements from some very, very high profile players in some of the biggest spots on the map.
What a great collision between two Titans early on. We highlighted this Believer Beach contested drop spot in the analyst desk portion, showing that there are some great players here. Here is another great player in the EU region. My pick, Shio's pick, Mr. Savage, and a lot of the fan favorites out there with the Chug Cannon. This is going to be a great utility item for him at in-game. It's going to give him some ability to chunk some storm. At the same time, he could just survive just a little bit longer and get those valuable placement points. And I like what Savage has done here, coming down from Pristine Point, rotating over here to this leftover Guardian Tower from the Primal season, getting those valuable Storm Surge tags.
Now you can also see the difference between a sole proprietor on this map versus a company man. You have a POI that has so many different people in it. You're basically trying to work up those employee ranks and be the king of your drop spot. Meanwhile, if you're landing by yourself, you have to be proactive in getting that surge, dealing that damage. So Savage, he's going for the positions. Meanwhile, lots of people are holed out in barns, houses, and weird fields to make sure they can get their damage done and also not drop the ball and get picked off by someone else at their POI.
We're now taking a look at another favorite here, Janus, a solo champion. Walking away, coming from Risky Reels, now possibly change the drop spot now in Corny Complex, or possibly rotated here. Does not have a lot of power behind it, so he's going to be looking for that refresher. We're seeing more engagement happen throughout the map here. This is Kiko and Juku going north side of the retail row here in a little scrum themselves. Placement points have yet to be doled out. They will start at the 75th place here. Just taking a look here, Vidil and Jerky down and out of this competition. So big names are already falling early, and a lot of big names still alive, like Tayson.
Benji Fishy also eliminated for now, and you get to see the kind of cerebral game in solos kind of start to go. Usually you're fighting for control of some of these higher portions on the map, so you have a better vantage point to take shots. When it's solos, though, you have some room to kind of, you know, get in there with other players, get in there with other entities and share these locations. Right now, Vortexer is going to be facing off against Tayson on Zay Hill, overlooking the north side of the map. It's not going to be free to take shots, and sometimes you possibly might be forced to fight. Vortex getting slightly closer to Tayson. This is a fight you might not want to take, my friend, but he's looking good with it on the aggression.
Vortex is not afraid to fight, and 108, and he takes out Tayson with ease. Vortex coming from the all-star plan, and he was a fighter, and he wasn't afraid of anything, and he's showing here today amongst the all-stars. He's not afraid, and he takes out another big-time favorite. Shio, my breath skipped a beat because he went down. I was like, is Vortex really taking this fight? And yes, he did. He took it, and he took out Tayson. Wow.
It's been a while since we've kind of had solos be that main focus. Many different types of playstyles are going to be rolling into this. Let's look at one of his previous elims too. I mean, this man is aggressive. Every time he sees an opportunity to strike,
that was a two-piece?
he not only goes for it, yeah, this